So, after the NLC chairman was attacked in Imo State, it has gotten to the point that the Labour Party governorship candidate is now the one facing his own attack. His convoy was attacked, all fingers pointing to the governor of Imo State, Mr. Hope Uzodinma. So, guys, I'm going to allow you just watch this video and see the desperation in our politicians. They want to come back to power at all costs.
Sir, I just
Joshua, come and collect this number. The number 08067 63 40 14 14 20 14 20.
Good day, gentlemen of the press. Welcome to this press conference. November 11th is a few days away, and I am here to address you all on some very important developments. The other day, President of Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajaero, was attacked and brutalized in the most inhuman form right here in Imo State. He was here to lead peaceful protest over unpaid wages due to Imo State workers. He was beaten to stupor and allegedly abducted by security personnel. It is unimaginable that a leader of Nigerian workers could be treated so. This is totally unacceptable and indeed very condemnable. Imolites are not known for this low level of intolerance and recklessness. Hence, every true citizen of Imo State, especially workers, must condemn this act. Globally, the labor movement has been in solid solidarity with workers, whose many contributions to society are often undermined by governments who refuse to fulfill their obligations to workers. No doubt, decent work is not just about right to gainful employment, but also about right to earn decent wages, freedom of choice, and equal opportunities. I vehemently condemn the attack on the president of the NLC. This is an attack on the nation, Nigerian workers, and indeed the Nigerian families and true democracy. Never again will this happen in Imo soil, not while I'm governor. INEC should ensure they provide adequate security in all polling units and collation centers in Imo State so that all eligible voters are not disenfranchised. It is no longer secret that he addressed reports, allegations of APC. We officially put INEC on notice that the APC is planning heavily to influence the outcome of the election through compromised ad hoc staff and a few corrupt officials. In the last 2 weeks, video evidences in circulation show that communities, Owerri West, Uguta, Okigwe, Ituboma, etc., where APC leaders are harvesting details of voters' cards. This is criminal and an attempt to subvert the will of the people. I call on INEC and security agents to be on alert and checkmate these efforts at rigging the election and ensure that all sensitive materials do not get into the wrong hands. It is important to restate that all collation should be done at the official designated centers, not AG Council headquarters. Specifically, Isialamba INEC office was burned down, so INEC should publicly announce a public primary school as collation center for Isialamba. This should also be the case in every other location with similar challenges. We will use all lawful means to resist any plan to collect results in any place other than officially designated locations at the ward level and at the local government level. We call on INEC as a matter of urgency to publish the polling centers where elections will not hold. This should be in the public knowledge. I condemn reported efforts by the government of Imo State to block accommodation in all hotels in Owerri. I call on all hotels to resist this anti-democratic, anti-people move. I call on security agents to maintain order on election day and to be impartial. INEC, in the past elections, there are cases where collation has been moved from designated ward collation centers. They moved all ward collation to the local governments, and that's where rigging takes place. We will never allow it to happen in this election. They must follow due process at every turn. We have heard rumors about how they are going to attack these materials coming from the CBN, how if they don't succeed, they plan to attack it from ward collation centers, if they have it in ward collation centers, going to the local government collation centers, or from local government collation centers to state collation center. I'm putting the security agencies on notice. This is a standalone election. We only have election in 3 states in the entire federation of 36 states. If we don't have enough security agents to monitor and protect this process, then what are we talking about? But I have confidence in the security agency to monitor this process so that voting will take place in only the designated places. In this election, there will be no case of insecurity because we have enough manpower to checkmate, to surround everywhere and protect the people and cast their votes. Also, INEC, I'm putting INEC on notice that they have enough staff to monitor this process and renew the confidence of Nigerians in the electoral process. This is very, very key. More so that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been confirmed by the Supreme Court. This is a test case for him and for the future of Nigerian democracy. Calling on him, I'm calling out President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to ensure that the right things are done. I believe he will do the right thing. And then I'm putting everybody in Imo State on notice. See what happened to NLC president, the Labour Congress president, a national figure, can be beaten the way he was beaten. So you people can imagine what you look forward to in the next 4 years if this man is given another chance to step back into the glass house. Finally, Ndimo, this is your moment. Let's ensure that we come out to vote massively. I will protect your votes. Imolites, this is the right time to take back your state. Please, I'm calling on all Imolites, all lovers of freedom, all Democrats to come out on November 11, cast your votes, stay at the polling unit where you cast your votes. Make sure that the votes are counted, the result transmitted, uploaded, and then it is entered into that from EC8. Make sure that you people will follow it. Get to the World Collation Center, all the youths. We are trying to make sure that at least 40 youths from each, youths and women and youths, from each polling unit will escort this result to the World Collation Center. And collation must take place at the ward, primarily. If not, those people are not living there. So we are going to, I'm putting INEC on notice that the right things must be done in Imo State. I've heard of cases before where they move collation from ward and now collated at the local government collation center. That will never happen again in Imo State. We'll stop that. So I'm calling on all of you, let's take back our state, please. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Before you talk to us, sir, please,
everybody should vote Labour Party. That's the party for Imo State. Papa, mama, pikin. Ebe sere nna, nne na nwa. That's the party. That's the party for Imo State. Party that will bring development, bring progress, create employment. The party for the youths. That's why we have a youth as deputy governor. These you people that listen. I'm here for you people. I'm here so that I can have a
day of election. The forthcoming gubernatorial election provides us the opportunity of choosing our leader in Imo State in accordance with well-informed consciences. Each voter should endeavor to get enlightened about
my fellow candidates, Imolites. Going to do primary thing, look at my manifesto, is security. Conduct the freest and fairest election in the history of this state. Because no matter what party you come from, once you win, will sway you in. So what it will do is it will now engender confidence. The people will now have confidence in their rulership. Now, I'm going to send in a law for each local government to own their own vigilante. You know, the people have to be paid. It's very expensive. So only local governments can own it. 30-man vigilante per local government, so they can afford to pay those security people and also do the roads, look at their other responsibilities in the local government. And my government will not touch one kobo belonging to any local government. Now, the people in the forest, our brothers who are all over the place, kidnapping, killing.
Today, France announced that they are returning $150 million that is actually from Abacha's loot. So they say they are going to return it to the presidency, and Tinubu has been excited since the announcement, and he was actually part of the people that made the revelation to make Nigerians know that we are going to be getting $150 million from France that Abacha looted. And Nigerians are asking, because this is not the first time that we'll be receiving back loot from Abacha, but we've not seen them use this money for anything good. And like we've seen these few days since they submitted their supplementary budget, we've seen what is in their budget, that it is not something that can help Nigeria grow, but just all about them. What are they going to use this $150 million that is coming to them now, that is actually from Abacha's loot? So these are the questions that Nigerians are asking. Also, Aisha Rimi, who is actually one of Tinubu's recent appointee, has actually been exposed to have duped Lagos of 3 billion naira. And people are asking, what is this administration all about? Is it that someone without record of criminality cannot work with them? Because 99% of all of them are actually a bunch of criminals who have criminal records. I'll be giving us details on this and more. But before we go fully into this, I would like us to please do well to like this video, and please do well to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video. See the way this newspaper here reported it. They said France to return $150 million Abacha loot presidency. The presidency on Friday said France will return $150 million looted by former Nigerian military leader General Sani Abacha. In a statement, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, said President Bola Tinubu commended the European country for the decision. Receiving the Minister of Europe and Foreign Affairs of France, Catherine Colonna, the highly elated president hailed the strengthening of bilateral relations between Nigeria and France, noting that this progress followed his visit to Paris after his inauguration. Thank you for the good news on the return of Abacha loot. We appreciate your effective cooperation concerning the return of Nigeria's money. It will be judiciously applied in attaining our development objectives, Tinubu was quoted as saying. So this is what the president said. He appreciated them and said that the money will be used correctly, that the money will be put into good use. But Nigerians have been asking, now, this is actually not the first time that we are receiving looted money back. What will they do with it? This same administration that we are crying that all what they are doing is actually anti-people, they are coming back to give them this money. Will they use it correctly in the interest of Nigerians? Or will they use it for themselves? Because we've seen that that's what actually they are after, just how to take care of themselves, how to enjoy the nation's wealth without thinking about the masses. If you want to use this $150 million correctly, it will do something. But we've seen these same people that can budget 5 billion naira for presidential yacht. What will they be able to use this money for, if not for themselves? Reacting to this on X, this person here said Abacha is still paying pensions to Nigeria. France is about to return $150 million to a highly insensitive and wasteful government. What will Bola Tinubu do with the money? Buy more yachts, Japanese SUVs, and more jets? How much did Abacha pay out to the Muhammadu Buhari failed regime? And this is it. What will this current administration do with this money? Will they invest it in buying more yachts or buying more cars for themselves, or at the end of the day buying more jets? Or will they use it correctly for Nigerians? No, they will end up using it to enrich themselves like they have always done. Another person here also reacted and said a thief stole from Nigeria. The stolen monies are being returned to bigger thieves than the first thief. And this is it. He looted the money and they are returning the looted money and giving it to people who are not interested in the growth of our nation. Another person here reacted and said, this returned loot will still be looted. The problem is that the current illegitimate president-elect and his cohorts will reloot the $150 million because the kind of questionable characters in corridor of power today seems even worse than Abacha. Another person here reacted and said, Abacha's loot is a farce. Your lazy government is collecting undocumented loans in exchange for whatever France or other countries want. There is nothing like Abacha loot. If there is, can we see receipts or even account statements? So this is the perspective that this person here is bringing it from, that there is nothing like Abacha's loot, that all what they are doing is that they are just trying to enjoy themselves, to enrich themselves, which is why they are saying is Abacha's loot. Another person here also reacted and said, every new administration do get Abacha loot refunded to the government, but what do the Nigerian government do with the money? And this is the question. Abacha's story becomes more real to a reader when you realize that the man who helped Abacha to funnel all the loot is well and alive. His name is Atiku Bagudu, the current Minister of Budget and Planning in Nigeria. Nigeria is a crime scene in progress. This is indeed very pathetic. The same man who helped Abacha to loot all this money is currently the Minister of Budget. No wonder all of this is happening in our nation. Another person here also reacted and said $150 million that will probably be transferred directly into Tinubu's personal account. Has any Nigerian politician been financially held accountable before? Never. This person here also reacted and said, we won't hear anything again about this money after it don't collect This person here reacted and said, the man who helped Abacha loot is currently a minister under the present administration. Make it make sense. Another reminder of Nigeria's dark past and the ongoing struggle to recover our stolen funds. While the meeting may seem promising, it's disheartening to witness the continuous cycle of corruption and the desperate need for foreign intervention. Will this money truly benefit the Nigerian people, or will it disappear into the hands of the few? Gloomy times indeed. Like we all know, it will definitely disappear into the hands of the few. That's into the hands of these people who are in the corridors of power. Another person here also said $300 million was given to INEC, yet they failed to conduct a credible election and nobody was arrested to refund the taxpayers' money. Abacha loot is little compared to what is happening and what will play out in the future. This person here also said, "You sure say no be another loan dem dey go carry come tag am Abacha loot?" Another person here also reacted and said, "Anytime this happens, it makes me worried about other looters, from presidents to governors who have never been made to return a penny they embezzled." Some have looted Nigeria's wealth more than Abacha and are still looting. This person here said, "1. There are Nigeria politicians alive today. They have looted Nigeria's wealth more than Sani Abacha and are still looting. Some of them may have also been in the Aso Rock. 2. The money spent in compromising the 2023 election alone will compete favorably with Abacha's loot. 3. If Abacha were to be alive today, he will be celebrated as an elder statesman, just like other former heads of state, and those that speak against him today would dare not. In fact, his loyalists will be asking you, do you have proof? Can you prove it? Technicalities sans. Those, according to Mary Odili, are masters in the game, will be hired to sue those who dare say that Abacha stole money. 4. As a matter of fact, if all the recovered Abacha loot have been put into judicious use, Nigeria would have been better for it. So where are the monies? Why would Nigerians be excited about the expatriation of additional loot from France? When Nigeria is eventually set free from corrupt leadership at the highest level, it will be clear who the greatest looters of Nigerians' wealth are. Sani Abacha will likely be a toddler looter compared to some that some Nigerians are celebrating today. This is it. We all know that majority of them, that's what they do. But because Abacha is no longer alive, they are now doing it as though he's the only one involved in looting when it is their signature in Nigeria. This person here also reacted and said, "The irony, Abacha's loot in France being returned only to be relooted, and the most likely destination, your guess is as good as mine." This person here also reacted and said, "They will return the loot and it will be looted again. The difference is there will be no return this time." The most ironic part of this is that the returned Abacha loot is being returned to another looter. This person here also reacted and said, "Returning stolen money to people who will still steal it again. What a cycle. Who are those to receive the Abacha's loot? Drug lord, certificate forger, identity theft merchant, and his legion of international criminals. Of what use is the $150 million to Nigerians? A criminal stole Nigeria wealth and France is returning it to a drug lord. And this is it. Of what use is it to Nigerians at this point in time? That's why the president is happy. That's why he's celebrating it, because it's just going to be for him and his people. Nigerians won't partake of it. Another person here also said, "France return, una go reloot the money again." When is Tinubu going to return his stolen assets to Lagos? Why is Emmanuel Macron returning Abacha's stolen monies since 1998 to Tinubu to add to his stolen money within 6 months, or to buy his yacht? And this is the question. When is he going to return his own stolen money? Because we know that all of them are actually into this. But because Abacha is late now, they are now painting him as the only looter. Also, one of Tinubu's appointee, Aisha Rimi, has been indicted for defrauding Lagos government of 3 billion naira. See the way this newspaper here reported it. They said Tinubu's NIPC appointee, Aisha Rimi indicted for defrauding Lagos government of 3 billion naira. Aisha Rimi, recently appointed as CEO of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission (NIPC) by President Bola Tinubu, has been previously indicted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) over the alleged diversion of Lagos state government funds to the tune of 3 billion naira. In 2018, EFCC lawyer Olamide Sadiq disclosed that the anti-graft agency was alerted to the dubious transfers after the National Financial Intelligence Unit traced suspicious heavy inflows in excess of 3 billion naira from the Lagos State Government Number Plate Production Authority into the accounts of Rimi and Partners and Ecosina Investment Limited, both of which Ms. Rimi was signatory. She was the sole proprietor of the law firm. So this person that Tinubu actually appointed to be CEO of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission is actually someone who is a criminal and someone that the EFCC actually indicted that she duped Lagos state government of 3 billion naira, and then the president went ahead to appoint her in this kind of position, someone who will be in charge of Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission. That means you are giving her free ticket to continue, and that's why Nigerians have been saying that this administration is actually an administration for criminals. All what you need is that just have a criminal record in the past. You are qualified to work with Tinubu, and this is what we have been seeing. Almost all the people he appoints, almost all the people he nominates are people with records of criminality. Reacting to this on X, this person here said, "Government of the fraud, for the fraud and by the fraud." This is what he meant by employing the best brains in fraud and hitting the ground running, impoverishing more people. And this is it, you are hitting the ground running with people who are not qualified, people with background of criminality, and it is obvious because that's the same thing with him. He is actually a criminal who just forced himself on Nigerians. Another person here reacted and said, "Ready to hit the ground running, submit a criminal portfolio and you are good to go. Government of criminals, by criminals and for criminals. Are you surprised? The party is named the Association of Prolific Criminals, APC." And this is it. Show me anyone in this government who is clean, and I will show you a virgin who had 5 children for 5 different men. Another person here said it's as though Tinubu just went to EFCC and picked all those with criminal cases to give them appointments. And this is it. All the people he appointed are people with records of criminality. Another person here said, "A fraud will work with fraudsters. APC is a fraud and Tinubu is the leader of APC. Not surprised, their government is a government of criminals, run by criminals and for criminals. Tinubu's brand of democracy. Association of Political Criminals." Another person here said. Another person here also reacted and said, "Check his list of appointees, then you will know that criminality is the criteria." And this is actually very sad because you will check all of them, you see that majority of them are people with records of criminality, yet these are the people that he deemed fit to work with. Another person here also reacted and said they know themselves. Now family business for him and his appointees. Bad Group of Companies PLC. All Tinubu appointees are criminals like himself. Another person here said, "Forgive her. Let her be. Her master who committed grievous crimes is being forgiven. They are all criminals from the onset. Birds of a feather flock together." This suggests that similar things are attracted to one another. It means that people tend to attract people who are similar to them in character or morals. Anyone who is surprised by the appointment so far must be from another planet. A snake must give birth to what is long. The whole appointments are a band of thieves, none with a clean record, people who have devised and perfected the art of stealing, who are the bad book of the financial prosecution authorities, they are all flying together. Fraud is not illegal in Nigeria. Supreme Court, October 2023. And this is what the Supreme Court has done to us through their judgment that they gave to Nigerians. They just legalize theft, they legalize forgery and other criminal activities in our nation. Another person here also reacted and said, a criminal at the helm of an organization, interesting days ahead. And it's indeed interesting days that we'll be having, because we don't even know where our nation is headed to. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please do also share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do also like this video, and please do also subscribe to our channel so you will get updates whenever we post a new video.